Hiding everyone, it's Lex and Danny from Fftv. Today we got a Fight Fan roundup. All the latest fights that happened last week and all the latest fights that are going to happen this week. We'll be covering them. How you doing,
Yeah,
Danny? What's happening?
yeah, man, all good. Nice
Yeah?
little uh, shows over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Just celebrated my daughter's 16th birthday yesterday.
Oh,
So
congrats. The big 16.
yeah, yeah. Yours
Mm.
is coming up, isn't it?
My birthday, yeah, my birthday's at the, when's my birthday again? End of the week, Sunday.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we
So,
go.
obviously, it was an interesting week of boxing, interesting week in the UFC as well. Um, where do you want to start? Should we start
Uh,
by the newly crowned WBO cruiserweight
champion.
champion of the world, the
Yes, the
sauce,
soul,
the
the
sauce, the sauce.
heavyweight.
Hey, Lawrence Okolie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He done big. I love that.
Yeah.
Congratulations, bro. Um,
Um.
fantastic
Obviously,
performance.
newly crowned world champion. Break the fact down for us. To me, it looked relatively easy, and to me, it didn't look like he got out first game. Maybe not over second. I'll say maybe second first, but yeah, he did. Just didn't have an answer for Cody that night, did he? How did you see the fight?
Yeah, I saw it as a great performance, great tactics implemented by Shane McGuigan. Um, Okolie, he was able to use the jab to the body well. He opened up in the fourth round. Um, what's his name? The Polish guy. He was crouching down.
Glowacki?
He was crouching low throughout, but he couldn't really get into range because he was crouching low. And then when you're doing that, when you're crouching so low, it's going to take a lot of energy out of you when you're sort of like crunching your organs, really. So
Mm.
it was only a matter of time. I predicted rounds 4 to 6, and shout out to Hassan Botza. He said 6 to 8, so we were both correct because he done him in the second round. And that right hand, hey, he reeled that one off, and the way he walked off, he done the whole AJ walk off where he leans his back up and
Yeah, he said he was feeling himself in that one.
yeah, he was moving like a real ogre, as you
Yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah. Obviously, you know, one thing in the boxing community or in the back, in the back screen, what do you call it, in the back scene? Sorry, always hear about Okolie's frightening power. We've heard he's put a lot of heavyweights down in sparring. He's put a lot of people away in sparring. Do you believe in the power? Is it real?
Yeah, I've always known it's real. You could see from the amateurs that it was real, and even early on in his career, you could see he had that. Yeah, you could see he had power. Even when he had the British Beef for fight versus Isaac Chamberlain in the first round, Isaac tasted the power. He went down. He went a bit negative,
Yeah, he
and
didn't
then
know.
he got dropped again. Yeah, he got dropped later on in the fight as well. So yeah, the power's always looked very serious, very
Very
serious.
serious. The sauce, but yeah. Now the power for me is definitely being seriously a fellow countryman. We grew up on that pounded yam. So
And ever,
and Eba as well. So it just stems from you are what you eat. It's a phrase I like to say. I'm gonna say. But obviously,
yeah,
yeah, it was a stellar card. Ramala Ali was on the card.
yeah.
Ellie, straight
Ellie
out of
Scottney,
Catford.
yeah, Ellie Scottney.
Courtney was on the card as well, straight out of Catford. Two ladies, look to just put their stamp on their in the boxing. I was going to say in the heavyweight division. They're looking to put their stamp on in the boxing game. How did you see their performances?
Yeah, well, they're going to put their stamp in the featherweight division, both of
Mm.
them. Um, Ellie Scottney had a second pro fight. Lovely shots she's put together. She was putting together. Her opponent, Gangloff, she was very tough. She's got a fight coming up very soon as well. I think it's in a week or two. She come in a bit light, that the opponent Gangloff, but she was very tough. Ellie Scottney putting the shots together. People were saying, I heard making a few critiques about maybe lack of power, but for one, you have to remember they're only doing 2-minute rounds, and it was only 6 rounds she had, and she was able to drop what's her name, Connolly. First,
yeah, so
I ain't even going to use them. Oh, hold on. Yeah, Ellie Scottney, great performance. She's throwing a lot of good shots, uppercuts, slipping, moving, got all the moves. Some people I heard was complaining, saying maybe she's got a lack of power, but you have to remember, for one, there's only 2 minutes in a round, and she only had 6 rounds. And as we saw, she was able to drop her first opponent, Beck Connolly, in her debut, and Ramla Ali wasn't able to drop her, and she's had 2 or 3 fights now. So Ellie, I think she's got a decent punch, but you can't knock out everyone. The woman's tough. She's fighting a couple of weeks, and yeah, it's improvements. And with Ramla Ali, very good.
This was her second fight as well, Ramla Ali, wasn't it?
It was her. Yes, is it second or third?
I think it was her second.
Okay, but yeah, she done very well. Also, put a lot of good shots together. She could have, the ref could have actually jumped in around the 4th round, because that Connolly was shipping a lot of punches, but she toughed it out, and good performance stuff. She gave the ref gave 1 round a draw, whereas Ellie Scottney had it 60-53, so beat her by 7 points because obviously the knockdown. So yeah, both featherweights, and they're both probably on a collision course one day in the future when it builds up a bit more.
Yeah, so also on the bill, Billy Smith made a return. Obviously, he was due to fight Dion Juma, but I believe Dion Juma pulled out because of it. Was it an injury?
Yeah, he's been plagued with injuries throughout his career, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what he's going to do from here regarding that. But
he's the current English champion, right?
Yeah, and it was meant to be for the British and Commonwealth, or British at least. And then this guy Duca, he very tough guy. I saw on his record he had quite a few knockouts. Short notice, so he was tired, but he was able to put some good shots together, especially in the later rounds. Billy Smith was a bit too wide open for my liking, getting hit far too easily. But he was able to drop Duca twice. He kind of emptied the tank when he dropped him, which I think took a bit of puff out of him. But yeah, we got the win, and hopefully can look back on the footage and learn from it. Yeah, so you can watch the footage again and learn from it, I guess.
Yeah. Obviously, would we say Billy Smith keep him at the domestic scene? Obviously, he lost to Richard Riakporhe. That was for the British title, wasn't it?
Yes, that's correct.
I remember he was meant to be fighting, what's this geezer's name? Who fought Okolie and fought Chamberlain. Mixed race fella.
Oh, Luke Watkins.
Luke Watkins, yeah. I remember he was on course to fight Luke Watkins, but I don't know what happened with that. Obviously, you got Lowell in the division as well. So, there's a bit of names there. Where do you see Billy Smith going next? Because I did hear rumblings is meant to have the rematch with Riakporhe, but obviously that didn't materialise. Riakporhe's vacated the British now, and seems like he's going to move on. So where do we see Billy Smith, going from there?
Yeah, I think have some defences of his British. Hopefully, try and win it outright. That's about the level he's at right now. Get some defences, win the Lonsdale belt outright. Richard Riakporhe's moving on to fight the South African
For the IBO
title. So yeah, there's some good defences to be made.
The card as well. We saw a return for the Welsh wizard Joe Cordina. He's been out the ring for quite a while. I think he's had a bit of some injuries. Was he? He weren't in fight camp, was he? No, he wasn't. No, was he? He weren't. No, because he's been injured. Yeah, I heard he's been injured. He made a return. I think he's been like 15 months off or something like that. But anyway, he made a return. I was reading a bit of the comments on the socials and, mixed reviews about his performance. A lot of people saying might have a lack of punch power. Some people saying he wasn't looking his best. The guy was durable, he was tough. He didn't come just to lie down. How did you see Joe Cordina's performance?
Well, the guy, he came to win because he was throwing a lot of shots. He definitely come to win. Joe Cordina, he's got moves and stuff. I do think there is a lack of punch power there. When he moves up in levels, he's going to struggle. He's been out of the ring for a long time, so I can give him some grace that it wasn't the greatest of performances to watch. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and put it down to the layoff. And he had someone who was actually coming to win. He wasn't coming to survive. So it's different if you're out there, got a guy not really coming to win. You can literally just get the webs off. When a man's actually coming to win, it's hard. When he's probably been active, I don't know how active that guy has been, but he's probably been a bit more. He's probably been more active than Joe. So he had a tough night out there. But when you've had a tough performance, that will definitely get the webs off. So we'll know in the next fight where he's at and what he's going to be able to do.
Joe is currently campaigning at super featherweight, if I'm correct.
Yeah, around that. Yeah.
So in that division, we're looking at guys like Kevin Farmer,
Devontae Davis.
You say John Davis still in that category. Gary Russell Jr., Josh Warrington,
Miguel Burchell, Oscar Valdez,
Shakur Stevenson. Would we? Because obviously he's won the British, ain't he? I believe so. He has won the British.
Yeah,
he's definitely won the British. He's won the Commonwealth, and would we say he's past domestic level, looking towards European now, or?
Yeah, European. But I'll say get him one more fight first, and then go for the European. You can't just go straight in after that performance. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah. Also on fight week, we witnessed Beterbiev fighting Adam Danis or Dens, or how do you pronounce this, Daniel? So
Deans or Dines. It's Adam Deans or Dean. Yeah, Arthur Beterbiev. Yeah.
Looks like the Beterbiev we love and know might be slowing down. Dan, how did you see it?
My guy Beterbiev, he's been out of the ring for 18 months? Turned 36 years old. He dropped him in the first round. I thought it was going to be another routine, crash bang wallabies out of there in 2-3. But the guy, I don't know if Beterbiev was trying to get some rounds and he decided to kind of let it coast. But then by doing so, Adam Deans is, when you get warmed up, because I think he got caught cold in the first round, at the end of the first. And then he warmed up, and then Beterbiev couldn't take him out of there in 3. He started being able to take the shots. So Beterbiev, I noticed he started using his underrated boxing skills, breaking him down with the jabs to the body, bringing his hand down, bringing him round to the side of the hooks, and then sort of just broke him down. And I was thinking, hold on a minute, is this guy going to go to points? Like, I'm going to lose my accumulator. Yeah. I had the knockout had the 3 knockouts. I had 3 knockouts on the accumulator, as well as Ellie and Ramler down. So and then round 10, he took him out. I thought, phew, man.
So obviously, he's got the stoppage. Is he knocked out everyone he's faced?
Yeah, 16-0, 16 knockouts. He's got the highest knockout percentage out of any champion right now, currently.
Unified champion. I saw some comments from Joe Smith Jr., who is his fight has been rescheduled. What's the date again, Dan? Sorry, top of my head, I forgot.
April 26th against Maxim Vlasov from Russia.
That was a rescheduled match that was meant to happen. I think it was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, or was it a month ago? I can't remember now, but yeah, it was meant to happen. I saw some comments saying that he's not scared of Beterbiev when he wins his fight. He wants that fight next.
Yeah. Well, Joseph Jr., he can punch. He's durable. I've never seen him on the floor. He believes that after Beterbiev, he hasn't faced a great deal of top 10 opponents. And he feels that if he has a gunsling with him, that he can come out on top. That will be, we'll have to wait and see. But first, he has to get through the number 4th Russian, Maxim Vlasov, because as you see, there's 4 of them. There's Kovalev, but he's aging. We've got Dmitry Bivol, we've got Beterbiev, and we've got Maxim Vlasov in there, and that's for the WBO title. So if he gets through this guy, Maxim, then I'm sure after Beterbiev at 36, he'll be looking to unify more titles as quickly as possible.
Welterweight prospect, Virgil Hunter had a fight.
Ortiz.
Oh, hey, nah, so obviously still got the face surname. Got so apologize, fans, man. So I'm not looking school there, but nah. Virgil Ortiz, sorry, had a fight with Maurice Hooker. Obviously, I believe that was Maurice Hooker's first fight at 147. I believe so.
Yeah, because he
lost fight was against
Ramirez. No, he had a Ramirez. Yeah.
Was that his last fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like one. That was the 140 unification.
2 fights ago.
Huh?
It was either his last fight or 2 fights ago.
But I believe this is his debut at 147. The young kid, 22-year-old Virgil Ortiz, I wouldn't say blew him out, but you know, he was shipping some punches as well. Virgil. It was a competitive fight, in my opinion, and a very, very eventful fight. It was flipping entertaining. I love to see it. Obviously, you know, it was a stellar test because Maurice Hooker ain't no pushover. He come out of the stoppage victory. Maurice Hooker said he hurt his hand, which led to his punches not, you know, delivering with a bit of heat or whatever. How did you see the fight going, and where do we see Virgil Ortiz going from here? And do you think Maurice Hooker should move back down to 140?
Well, Virgil, he had a good performance. Yeah, good competitive fight. He dropped him in the 6th before he was getting on top. Hooker, he hit Ortiz as they both sort of landed at the same time, but Hooker said that he hurt his hand, and then he sort of turned his back, and then yeah, he went down, and then he got kind of counted out, I guess. And Hooker, I don't think, but even if he goes down to 140, he's still got Taylor, Prograis, Ramirez, so he ain't gonna win a world title down there again. There's guys down there, yeah, all the belts are wrapped up, because at the end of this fight, it's either going to be Ramirez or Josh Taylor holding all the belts. So I don't see him beating any of them. And then welterweight, he ain't going to win a belt there, so it's going to be hard for him, really.
And Virgil, as we posted on the Fight Fan page, called out Terence Crawford respectfully. How do we see that fight going? You feel it's a bit too early for Virgil Ortiz?
Well, yeah, on paper it looks too early, but we saw just last year where we thought it was too early for Teofimo Lopez, and we saw what he was able to do to Lomachenko. So you can't just count out a man just because he's young and you feel he's untested at the top level, because you can only get the test when you're there at the end of the day. So this guy's young and hungry. At welterweight, Terence Crawford hasn't actually beaten anyone who's, I'd say, better than Ortiz right now. So who knows what Ortiz could do? He's young and hungry. So yeah, why not? If he's on it. Terence is struggling for opponents. He ain't trying to fight Sean Porter. the Errol Spence thing, he's saying he's not really. Yeah, he's kind of had enough about that talk. So we don't. I'm not trying to see Josito Lopez. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to see that. So
That can't be the fight, man. That ain't happening, man.
I'm not trying to see that.
Knowing the kind of guy Bud is, I don't think he will take that fight, man. But where if that fight is next.
Yeah, I ain't trying to see that. So give Ortiz a shot, man.
We had a bit of UFC this week as well with my guy. What's his name? The Talker. Hey.
Kevin Holland, yeah. Kevin Holland, this brother is a joker.
Hey, nah, listen. You know what it was? You know what? The way he was moving. He was moving. I thought, all right, cool. He's just letting my man do his thing. He's gonna come up, but it did like I could see what he was doing because he was gonna catch him like a 1-2 down the pipe, which landed, and he could have knocked out the guy, but what he was trying to do just didn't come off in it. Because what it was the takedowns. He couldn't nullify the takedowns. My guy was taking him down at any opportunity he could. The strikes were far and in between. Like there was hardly any strikes. He was getting a couple punches here and there, but the other fella, I forgot his name now. What's his name?
Eric Brunson.
Brett Brunson, schooled UFC guy, been in the game for long as well, veteran. He was getting as much strikes as Holland was, and when it was coming to on the floor, I think Holland probably only stopped one takedown. All in all in the fight, was getting pounded on the floor a lot. I didn't see any reversals. But what was just funny, he just kept talking. He just kept talking.
No. What is? You know what the funniest part was? Did you see when they were doing the verdict?
Yeah. Yeah. I said, this guy's hey, nah, I really wanted him to win that fight because if he won that fight, yeah, I swear this guy's a character. He's a character, trust me. That's what UFC need. But where it is, he needs to work on his takedown game, and he needs to work on his wrestling. Yeah. Because he looks like he's good standing up and he's good with his feet, but his wrestling game was trash, and he's and couldn't nullify any takedowns. So I don't know if that had to do with him need to get his strength up or where it is, but he looks like he's only got stand up game for now. But
against Souza, he was able to get out and do that mad reversal from his back and then punch his lights out. But Brunson is a veteran, and he was able to keep him on the ground and work him over really. And Kevin, he was trying to do too much. Even from the jump, he tried that flashy kick. He ended up slipping on his back. Then he got punched and he was forced to lean back. And then it was all downhill from there. I gave him the second round, and I could have given him a share of the last, but apart from that, the first, third, and fourth, 100% Brunson, and you could give some 10-8s because of the takedowns, because as you know, that's how they score it. They score it a bit like that.
Yeah, that was an eventful fight. But should we move on to the fights coming up this week?
Yep.
Let's start with the UFC since we just finished with the UFC. We got Ngannou, Francis Ngannou. He's facing the Croatian guy. I forgot his name. Remind me his name, Dan.
Hey, Miocic is a rematch from 2018.
So obviously they had a fight before. It's a rematch. Ngannou lost the first fight.
Yeah.
Now the rematch for the world heavyweight title. People saying Nganou's improved from the first fight. He's made the changes he need to, modifications, tweaks, whatever you call it, to this camp, and a lot of people have him winning. I don't know how the fight's gonna go, but I'm rooting for Ngannou.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Ngannou. I'm not sure how it's gonna go. He lost on points the first fight. He was able to rock Miocic at one point, but apart from that, Miocic was taking him down loads,
Yeah, because
loads,
loads, a lot. That's
about 10 times.
he couldn't nullify the takedowns.
About 10 times. He was just taking him down like
Yeah,
so with ease, and he's a big man. Like
but he looks
Ngannou's
bigger now, though.
yeah, he does look bigger now. So, but yeah, he was getting taken down at will. So he's going to have to definitely work on that on the sprawling and takedown defenses, because it wasn't the punches that was really doing much damage to him, even though he was getting caught, but he was able to kind of walk through them. But it was them takedowns what lost him the fight at the end of the day. So he needs to work on that.
So everyone look forward to that one. Big fight in the UFC this weekend. Also a big fight in the boxing. We got.
Oh, hold on. Before, also on the undercard of Miocic and Ngannou, Tyrone Woodley is back. He's
Woodley,
fighting.
come on.
Yeah, he's back. So
no, yeah, for real. Yeah, Woodley's back. You know, was he 39 now? Going on 40?
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah.
But another guy who I'm looking forward to though is Sean O'Malley. He's got the colourful kind of 6'9" clown hair, but he's got good knockout power, and he's quite. I've seen quite a few of his fights, and I'm impressed with him.
All right. Look out for them fighters, or we'll be looking out for them fighters as well, Danny. Also the boxing card, we got the Dillian Whyte versus Povetkin card. On the undercard, we have Michael McKinson versus Chris Congo. We also have Eric Molina versus Fabio Wardley. We also have, I believe, Ted Cheeseman versus Metcalf.
James Metcalf.
Yeah, Metcalf. Yeah, so that's a British title fight. Let's give a quick rundown of all these fights and how we see them going. Let's start. Let's start from bottom to top. Let's go with Ted Cheeseman versus Metcalf. How do we see that going, Dan? Ted Cheeseman coming off a loss to Fitzgerald and a draw to this Northampton kid. I forgot his name now.
But his last fight though, he won against what's his name, the Birmingham guy. Sam Eggington.
Oh fuck! I was gonna get that. Yeah, Sam. He lost to Sam. He won in the fight camp, right?
Yeah, he won. Yeah.
So and he's had, and before that he lost to Fitz. No, it wasn't. I don't know. It was before that. Well, fights of note anyway. He's lost to Fitzgerald and obviously the Garcia fight, but he had the draw of the what's this kid's name from Southampton? No, I mean from Northampton.
Yeah, but that was a dubious draw though.
Yeah, no, it was.
Yeah, I can't even. Yeah.
Yeah. So how do we see that fight going?
Yeah, James Metcalf unbeaten. 50-50 fight, another good fight. But I do think I'm gonna go with Ted, but it's gonna be close. It's gonna be very close. Yeah, but it's 50-50 for me. 50-50.
Right. Let's go with Eric Molina versus Fabio Wardley.
Yeah, I see Fabio Wardley stopping Eric Molina. Molina's he don't look really ambitious these days.
Nah. But the thing about Molina, you can't just, you gotta be about something to deal with him though. You can't just be any guy to deal with Molina.
He kind of got dealt with in his. Did you see the last one?
Who did he fight last again?
He fought and he just got handled.
Who did he fight last again?
I can't even remember.
Was it a UK prospect or an American?
It was I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was. But he got dealt with. He got taken out. No, was it? It was a Was it Babbage?
Yeah, or someone. It's either, but no, Ergovic.
No,
Hergovic, yeah.
Hergovic. Yeah, Hergovic took him out, man.
How many rounds?
I don't remember.
Yeah, but like I was saying, you have to be, you can't just, if you're about that life, you're going to take him out.
Yeah, Fabio looks about that life to me.
Yeah, he does. But we're gonna find out if he really is. So this is a test, and this is the what the middle ground test as my guy Sam Jones. You need the. They look like they're fast tracking him though. I would say.
Yeah, yeah. But I think they're moving along the right way because Eric Molina, he don't look ambitious to me, man. He's just
Mm,
getting, yeah. I think Fabio's gonna stop him. Yeah, I see him getting stopped. What are you
uh,
saying?
and you heard what I'm saying. I know. I don't think. I think Melina's game in it. Like obviously, you said he got stopped by Hergovich. Hergovich is just a strong opponent. Um, I I don't see. I see Fabio Wardley winning. It might be a late stoppage of points.
Mm, yeah.
Um, Chris Congo versus Mikey McKinson. This is a fight that I can't call. We got a guy who's, you know, southpaw, unbeaten, experienced. We got another guy, Chris Congo, decorated amateur, not decorated, but scored amateur. 10 fights, nice bit of good power, game as well. But I can't call it, man. I,
Yeah.
I no, I can't call it. I can't call it. You know what it was? Since we done that interview with my man, I can't with Mackie. I can't. I can't.
Well, it's kind of like what I said at first. I was just thinking Chris is gonna blast this brother out, but the way Mikey was talking in that interview,
Yeah, I said.
made me believe. I was like, is this guy? Is he turning me into a believer
Yeah,
or something?
lad.
That was so convincing.
If you ain't
I'm
seen the
like,
interview or talking about people, it's on the Fight Fan TV page, YouTube page. Go and look back at it. We interviewed um, Mikey the Problem McKinson, and yeah, I can't call it, man. But yeah, that's a fight I'll be looking forward to as well. On to the main event. Dillian White versus Alexander Povetkin. Povetkin. Hey, the man is mad, But say, now I'm never ready for that double up in the names.
uh,
But yeah, flipping. How do we see that fight going? Obviously, the first fight, Dillian was bossing it, got 2 knockdowns. Um, would we say against the runner play, and Povetkin scored a knockout? Um,
mm,
Obviously, Dillian's trying to gain revenge. How do we see this one going?
yeah, I see it as revenge. I see Dillian. Um, I think he's gonna get. I think he's gonna take his time. But I'm not sure. He might think I just need to just take this guy out quick, but he needs to be careful. He needs to be careful because Povetkin, yes, he's going to try the uppercut move, but I see him probably looking for one of them leaping hooks to another new shot to try and take him out. So he's got to be very careful with Povetkin. But Povetkin's what 41, 42 now.
Mm-hmm.
You got to wear out them old legs. You've got to lean on him. You've got to just boss it like you did the last time. And when you do drop him the first time,
Mm-hmm.
make sure you get him out of there. Don't start trying to be all
Dilly
fancy
dallying.
dancy. Yeah, don't dilly dally. Just get him out of there ASAP. And I
Mm-hmm.
believe you'll do it.
I believe this weekend there's 2 Frank Warren cards.
Yes, there is. But also on that show, the white card, we've got Eric Pfeiffer versus Nick Webb. Eric
Oh
Pfeiffer
yeah, that
is
got added. I forgot about that. That got added last week, didn't it?
yes, the Eric Pfeiffer, as we know, he was linked with Daniel Dubois, but by his account, Pfeiffer saying that some dubious activity went on as to why they didn't really want Pfeiffer to get in there with Dubois because they thought he would have come over and spoiled the apple cart, but
Mm-hmm.
he's getting to showcase himself
Mm-hmm.
against Nick Webb, and we're going to see. For those who haven't seen Eric Pfeiffer, you're going to see what he's all about, I guess.
Mm-hmm. All right. Like I said, we've got 2 Frank Warren cards this weekend. Um, I think Ennis Brown. His name Ennis Brown. I know him as Riddy. Riddy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
facing
yeah.
Maxwell, isn't it?
But it's been taken off the card. Akeem Ennis Brown versus Maxwell. Akeem Ennis Brown, he's got an injury,
Oh,
and then so that's been pulled off the card.
yeah.
And Chris Jenkins, versus Isuman.
Yeah.
That's been pulled off the card as well, unfortunately, due to
Oh,
as
those are
well.
two solid fights there, man.
This fight. So now we've got Willie
David
Hutchinson.
Ali.
Yeah, we've got David Adelaide, we've got Zach Parker, and we've got Willie Hutchinson versus Lennox Clark for the British and Commonwealth title.
And what is that? What? So have they merged one? Have they merged both cards into one or something?
No, I think that was on the show. I think that. Oh,
Because they got one on the 26th and they got one on the 27th.
Yes. I'm not sure how they're gonna work that, but I know that David Adelaide and Zach Parker's on the Friday show, and Willie Hutchinson
Saturday
first.
show.
Clark. Yeah, that's the new main fight now.
Any other fights? What we got in it? What's going on in America? Got anything going in America?
In America, we haven't got anything going on there, but we've got Prince Patel. He's fighting out in Ghana against a Tanzanian opponent. Yeah, so he's on the world tour still. So
what
yeah.
Prince Patel, the talker, the one from East London?
Yeah, Lukman Patel.
Yeah, what? he fought on the undercard of when Khan fought Billy Dib, didn't he?
Yeah.
But he's what's he doing?
He's doing he's going around the world. He's racked up quite a few wins, few knockouts, and that. He had a title shot. I think it was for the IBO. He lost that on points, and then he's campaigned back. So yeah, he's fighting out in Ghana.
Yeah, good luck to the Prince himself. But other than that, anything you want to add, Dan, before we wrap up?
Yeah. I just want to give special condolences and in honor of Lee Noble. He passed away unfortunately this week with a long battle with cancer. He had terminal cancer. Great servant to the sport, loved by many. I've seen a lot of pictures and condolences speeches. He he's friends with a lot of guys in the game and well respected. And he had a decent career. So yeah, rest in power, champ.
Our condolences go out to him and his family from the Fftv family. Other than that, would you like to add anything else, Dan?
Yeah, there was a little gossip news. Funny enough, here, one of my mates, he showed me about an incident where this guy. Let me tell you, there's a guy. He's a football steward, and he was adopted as a kid, and he's due to inherit £200 million after he's found out his dad is the legendary boxing commentator Bob Sheridan. You know what I mean? Yeah,
well, he's
Bob
old
Sheridan.
school.
Yeah. He done all Rumble in the Jungle.
Yeah.
Manila, even the Tyson ear bite thing. So yeah, he lives out in Vegas in $145 million mansion. So yeah, his mum had a little fling with him back in 1980 when he come over to the UK to a hotel, and she was working in the hotel, and they had a fling, and then yeah, out comes the brother, and then yeah, he's found out from his adopted parents that is
that's his real dad.
Yeah, and he's been talking to his dad, and he's due to go over to Vegas and meet him. His dad was saying, when I first spoke to him, I knew he sounds like me and this and that. So yeah, now he's on the wheel. Man was a football steward, and he's handed in that P45.
Yeah. Yeah, we like that. It's an exclusive, but yeah, man, that's good, man. We like that. Thanks for that, Dan. But yeah, that's it from us. Wrapped up. Lex and Danny from Fftv. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, follow us on Twitter, IG. Message us if you want to come on the show, if you want to talk fighting, UFC, boxing, either one, we don't mind. And yeah, peace. We're out.
Peace.